Hey guys, Nick here with Mr. Vaun Wapp. How are you, sir?
Pleased to meet you, Nick.
So Vaun is the owner of this magnificent Mako Souwester. Now it's been custom made to your own specifications. Can you tell us what's unique about it?
Yep, that's correct. Come aboard and I'll show you around.
Let's do it.
Around January 2018, my son and I decided that we wanted to build a specific boat for our use and family use. So we set about putting a list together of all the things that we liked and from various boats from around the world and that we'd seen. We'd had a couple of boats before, both with Evinrude E-TECs on, so it was a progression from there. We went to Dayne Horne at Mako Boats, who had built our previous boat, and said to him that we wanted something a little bit bigger and a little bit different, and if he was interested in building that for us, which he said he was. So we set about putting a concept together for a few months, and then Dayne went about doing all the actual design work for the boat until we came up with this 8-metre Souwester, which they hadn't built before. There was a few things that we wanted on it and a few things we didn't want on it. One of the things a boat this size would normally have on it, or a lot of people have on it, is a cooker, which we didn't particularly want. So what we've done is hidden away a Weber barbecue on the boat so that we can use it on board, and if need be take it off and put it on the beach and have a barbecue with the family. It's been made so that it can sleep 2 to 3 adults in the bow pretty easily. One of the other sort of specifications is we didn't want it cramped. We wanted a big deck area and a big cabin area, and the whole thing to be able to open up for those nice summer days, and especially when you're game fishing, that you're not cooking when you're in the cabin. So Dayne has sort of designed everything around that in terms of the beam of the boat and the space for sleeping in the cabin. We've had the seats that they can go forward and backwards. You can face forwards, you can face backwards, you can push the table down, you can sleep on that area as well. Those are other little things. We looked at putting a califont into it for a bit of hot water, to have a hot water shower after a free dive or a swim. And then the idea was put to us that we could actually run hot water off the Evinrude motor through a heat exchanger, which we've done. And so you can have a swim or a free dive and come out and have a freshwater hot shower on the deck, which has been quite handy. I guess the hatches, the skylights in the cabin, that was a must, and forward facing. I've been in boats where they're side facing or back facing, and certainly on nice hot summer days you can start to cook in that cabin. So little things are specified that I wanted them forward facing to catch that breeze, to give a little bit more air going through the whole cabin area. She's got tuna tubes in it, so another little thing that Dayne's sorted out for us. Bait tank, zip wakes, which are the new style of trim tabs, which are very good for stability, so quite happy with those. We've got 3 transducers on it, a 3D transducer and 2 1 kilowatt transducers, so that covers all of those areas. It's obviously all fly-by-wire, which is nice and handy, easy to operate. And something else that we put into this was a bow thruster, which has actually been very useful and helpful. All up, the boat weighs about 3.5 tonnes, 380 litre fuel tank, 50 litre fresh water tank in it, which is more than ample for what we need and where we go. In terms of the duck board and the area around that, I mean, another reason for looking at the Evinrude was that it didn't have all of the steering arms and that around the back of it, so you've got a full walk-through area there, which just gives that little bit more space to the back of the boat. One of the reasons for choosing it was just having that torque. Generally where the boat's located, we cross a bar every time we go out, and just having that torque and having that punch was quite important for me. And this 300 G2 certainly has that. It's hugely economical, and it pushes this 3.5 tons along very well. You know, around 70 kilometres an hour, I think around 32, 35 knots, which is pretty good for a single outboard.
Well, Vaun, appreciate the time and the tour.
Most welcome.
I look forward to a trip to go out fishing sometime soon.
Anytime you like.
Now don't go anywhere, we've got plenty more coming up. Alan, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
So, being from Peninsula Marine and an Evinrude dealer, you've put on a nice big old 300 on here.
Yep.
How's that working out?
Yep, it performs really well. We've been Mako dealers for quite a few years now, and Vaughn's been a customer of ours for quite a few years. He's had 2 previous E-TECs before this one, and he wanted to pair his new boat with an E-TEC. And yeah, it all worked out really well. It fits the boat well, it performs well.
Now, if someone's interested in a package like this, you can put it together. How would someone go about that?
Well, they can contact us at Peninsula Marine. We're based at Kopu in Thames.
Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
And hopefully you get some calls.